Hello again, my name's John. I'm a retired cook from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to another one of my video recipes. And in this recipe I'll show you how to make a stunning fresh fruit flan, but this video is more about making the delicious sweet pastry flan case that the fruit is in. Once you learn how to make this basic sweet pastry case, you can turn out lots of other desserts like flans and tarts. You can see the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website. And the link to that page and lots more is in the description box under the video. Just find and click on the word more, and that'll give you access to all the relative links for this video, including our website store products. Okay, let's get on with today's recipe. Now, our company's sweet pastry method is about the same as my previous mini apple pie video, but with some changes to the quantities. So I'll start by making that. Add the flour to your food processor. If you don't have a machine, just blend all the ingredients together by hand. Now we can add the icing or powdered sugar. Next to go in is the orange zest. This gives the pastry a wonderful citrus flavour. Now you can add the salt, but if you're using salted butter in this recipe, you can skip this step. Time to add the cold butter. It's important to have everything cold when making these pastries. So, if you are making this by hand, work as quickly as possible. Now pulse your mixture until you have a fine breadcrumb consistency. And if you're making the pastry by hand, quickly rub the ingredients together with your fingers. Now set your machine away and drizzle in the beaten egg until it all comes together. You'll know when it's done because it starts rolling around the machine. In real time this takes about 30 to 45 seconds depending on what machine you have. And once again, if you are making this by hand, use a cold dinner knife to cut it all together. And there it goes, rolling around the machine. That means it's done. Now get it out of the machine. Make sure you get all the bits out too. Just watch your fingers on those blades. Once you have the pastry out, gently mould it into a puck shape. All you need to do now is to get it wrapped in cling film and chilled. And before you bombard me in the comments, I do use biodegradable cling film these days. Once wrapped, get it into the fridge for at least 15 minutes before using it. For rolling the pastry out, I'll be using our very own adjustable stainless steel rolling pin. These amazing rolling pins take all of the guesswork out of rolling your pastry out to the exact thickness that you need. And these are also available on the website. And for this one, I'll be using the 3mm or 1/8 pastry spacer. And this is our new 9" or 23cm pie and flan tin that I'll be using for this recipe. And if you're interested, these are now available in the shop too. And I've just greased this one with a little lard. Before going any further, preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius, that's 340 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 3. Okay, start by lightly dusting your bench with flour. Get your pastry from the fridge and give it a light dusting too. And if yours has been in the fridge for more than 1 hour, take it out 15 minutes before starting to roll, and that should prevent it from cracking. Now start rolling the pastry in one direction, backwards and forwards, turning the pastry 90 degrees at a time. That should keep it reasonably round. Flip and dust the pastry a couple of times to make sure it's not sticking to the bench. Keep rolling until the guides hit the worktop. You simply can't go wrong using our rolling pins. Use your flan tin to test for the size. You want it around 6 centimeters, that's 2.5 inches bigger than the tin. If you find it's a bit too big, just trim a little bit off the edges. You'll need a little extra pastry anyway to use as a pusher, especially if you've got long fashionable fingernails. Okay, roll the pastry onto your rolling pin. Clear the bench of flour. Now unroll the pastry onto the tin. Gently manipulate the pastry into the tin. making sure it's pushed right down into the corner where the base meets the side. Okay, using your little pastry pusher, gently press it into the sides of the tin. And a very quick mention to the channel's Patreon members and supporters. I'll be giving the latest list a shout out a little later in the video. The best way to cut off the excess pastry is by using your rolling pin. Do this in 2 passes as shown. Now simply pull away the excess pastry. That leaves a nice clean and tidy cut. Now using your pastry pusher again, very lightly go around the edges once more. All you have to do now is to prick the pastry with a fork. This is called docking the pastry. All it does is allow any trapped air to escape, therefore preventing the pastry from bulging up. There's a lot more docking than usual in these pastries, and I'll explain why in a second. Now all we have to do is to bake the case. And the beauty about this recipe is you don't have to fill it with parchment and baking beads. The amount of docking we did is enough to keep this flan case flat when baking. Simply get it into the preheated oven. Once in, set your timer for 25 minutes. With Christmas approaching fast, here's a quick word about my 4 recipe books. These carefully designed books, with most recipes linked to the corresponding recipe on video via QR codes, make fantastic presents. So, to avoid the holiday rush, get your orders in early. The link for the books and all of the other equipment I use in my recipes are in the description box under the video. And thanks in advance for supporting the channel, guys. To seal or waterproof the case, you need to make up a simple egg wash using 1 small egg. Beat until it's nice and runny. And the time's up on that sweet pastry case, and it's looking and smelling fantastic. Get it out of the oven and onto a wire rack. Notice how much it's pulled away from the edge of the tin. Now while it's still very hot, give it a good coat of the egg wash, getting plenty into those docking holes. The residual heat from the still hot pastry and flan tin will be enough to cook and set the egg. Once it's set, this will give the case a good waterproof barrier, therefore preventing any liquid from whatever filling you use from penetrating the pastry, thus making it soggy. It works great. Right, I'll give that 5 minutes to set, and when I come back I'll fill this one with some fresh fruit. But the cold dessert fillings you can use in these sweet pastry cases are endless, and I leave that to your imagination. For this particular flan filling I'm using some kiwi, melon, grapes, some nice strawberries and raspberries, and finally the last of the summer blackberries. And I'll just let you watch and listen to some nice duty-free YouTube music while I fill the case with this wonderful fresh fruit. To give the fruit a nice shine, you need to make up a little sugar and hot water glaze. Quantities are on screen. Just brush everything with the glaze. But like I said, this recipe is more about the sweet pastry case. It's up to you what filling you put in it. I won't be trying a piece of this because I've made it for a charity fair, but I'm sure you can imagine it'll taste absolutely delicious, served with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And there you go, a wonderful fresh fruit flan. Even though I can't taste it, I can still give it a big thumbs up. And as mentioned earlier in the video, here is the latest list of my Patreon, PayPal and Super Thank You button supporters. And they are Stuart Williams, Kevin Allen, Joanne Innocent, Sharon Horner, James Osborne, Melissa Wright, Amy Fry, BPA, Pete Hay, David Rayner 6000, Darrell Elder 1352, Gusford Cole 5766, Gina McDowell 5919, Jens K 3250, Bubblehead Jack 7581, John W. Sims and Leslie. Thanks very much guys, I really do appreciate all that you do in supporting the channel. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So until the next time, be safe in your kitchen and bye for now.